What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Collecting Collector's Editions. Now, this next Collector's Edition isn't one that came out recently. I mean, it's come out within the past 6 months, and to be honest, I didn't even know that there was a Collector's Edition that came out for the game until I was scrolling through Mercari one day, and I saw a sealed copy of it sitting there. Now, I did buy the deluxe edition of this game, and I haven't had an opportunity to test it out, but it is pretty close on the chopping block. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to jump right into this. And that is Granblue Fantasy Relink Collector's Edition. It was still sealed. I got it for a fairly decent price. Let's go ahead and hop right into this. I'm going to I'm going to try my Leatherman Freestyle today. This is a discontinued style of Leatherman that I've had sitting in my fishing kit for a long time. And I decided to pull it out and give it a shot. So let's go ahead and pop right into this. Remember to always cut away from the body whenever you're using a sharp utensil. And let's go. Now, I've seen gameplay of this game, and it looks really cool. And I have the deluxe edition of it, which looks really cool. I saw it, and I had to have it. Now, this is your typical, got your sleeve around the box. Now, the main reason why I got this, I'm not going to lie, is for one particular piece inside, and that's because I'm a huge fan of this mythical creature. What is going on? So the box has like a weird, like a waxy feel to it. And this is what I have. And I've already done an opening of this before, so I'm not going to do this right now. But this also comes with a little sword keychain thing, which looks pretty cool. And I like the way that it's sealed up the way it is. And they both sat in a box just like this. Now, I saw this sitting in GameStop the day that it came out, and honest, I'm not going to lie, I straight up only bought this because of the cover art. The cover art is some of the most beautiful cover art I've ever seen on a video game before. And whether I liked the game or not, the cover art was fantastic, amazing, and extremely beautiful. But I have heard it's a really fun game. Maybe one of these days I'll give away one of these on the channel. But let's go ahead and see what we got next. Up in here. Oh, no. Oh, no. I hate it when stuff does this. Oh, jeez. Jeez Louise. This is the main reason why I got this right here. That, and it was still sealed. It was still factory sealed. And I got it for cheaper than it actually was when it was released. Because I researched it online. So, I'm a huge fan of dragons and dragon artwork and stuff like that. In fact, I used to want to play Dungeons and Dragons just because of like all the little figures and stuff that you can get. And I'm not gonna lie, right off the top, I'm a little disappointed. This thing is tiny. It is a lot smaller than I thought it was gonna be. It still actually looks really freaking cool. And I still am going to display this. It is a lot smaller than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be a little bit bigger. But the detailing in it is cool, and the way they have it set up is really cool. And I love how they have like the nameplate and all that. And it's actually perfect just to sit like on your desk or something like that. You know, and it's not your typical statue that you get inside of a collector's edition. I've got to give it that. Like, they're really kind of stepping outside the box with this. Usually it's just like a guy standing there, you know, like hiding behind a corner or something like that. But a lot like the Callisto Protocol collector's edition, they're definitely stepping outside the box when it comes to this statue right here. So, like I said, I've already gone through the deluxe edition, and that's pretty much the only difference between the deluxe edition and the collector's edition. Is the deluxe edition is just this right here. The collector's edition comes with the sword keychain, the cool box, and the figure. I'm gonna be honest. Unless you're like a diehard fan of the game or something like that, I would not recommend buying this. The statue is pretty poorly made in the way that it stands. If it fell, it would break. It would snap the little anchor points right there. They would definitely break, even if it just fell from a couple feet or so. And this is pretty much the only reason why I got this, because the dragon portrayed in the picture looked extremely awesome. And like I said, I'm a huge fan of dragons, period. Like I said, I'd never even heard of this game before, and I saw this sitting in GameStop, and I bought it purely because of the cover art, because that's how much I liked this cover art right here. I haven't had a chance to play it yet, but hopefully soon. I'm hoping soon. Well, with that being said, though, that's pretty much everything. As far as collector's editions go, it's really bland and basic. There's not a lot going on. There's not even like a lot of spectacular stuff, but I'm still pretty happy because I'm very careful with my statues and my figures and all that stuff. I would highly recommend keeping the box just in case you ever have to like move or anything. You have something to protect it with. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up for now. And I think this is how it went. Yeah, just like that right there. And that is my honest opinion of Granblue Fantasy Relink, the Collector's Edition. Now, as I've stated before, I try to do, you know what I mean? These aren't Collector's Editions that I think that I would like. You know, I try to do things that I think that you guys would like as well. Just because I know not everybody likes the same stuff. You know what I mean? Like, I'm a huge Soulsborne fan, and I know a lot of you guys aren't Soulsborne fans. And that's what it boils down to. You know, like the Ninja Turtle one. Even though I am a huge fan of Ninja Turtles, I have 3 different collector's editions of Ninja Turtle games, and there's only one of them that I probably would have bought if it wasn't for me trying to do this segment right here. But other than that, that is my unboxing and my review of Granblue Fantasy Relink, the Collector's Edition. I'll go ahead and put this away. And I hope I was able to maybe give you guys some information that you were lacking. You know, maybe you were on the fence about buying it. Maybe you saw it sitting at GameStop and you were like, should I buy it? Should I not buy it? Maybe you were like me and you saw it sitting on Mercari and it's been sitting in your cart for a while and you've been kind of on the fence about it. And me showing it to you, you were like, oh, okay, yeah, you know, that's just really not for me. Or, you know, maybe you're like me and, oh, that statue's hella cool. Whether I like the game or not, I want that statue in my collection. So I hope I was able to provide some information for you guys like that. I'm just a very basic person. I'm not getting any, I'm broke as hell. I'm not getting any money from any companies or anything like that. This is just me trying to get stuff and then get information out to you guys, because I don't want you guys to get burned. I don't want you guys to get ripped off. So with that being said, if you guys like the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you guys appreciate me putting out the information out there like that, please give it a subscribe and a share. And if you didn't, I thank you for sticking around, and I hope to catch you guys again on the next one. Peace.